leg out. Man, listen, we here. You're now in tune with the most wise, aka Flea Val, aka, you know, the motherfucking the truth in this shit. And I might come on camera, but I'm trying to see if this smoking shit really means something. Oh, wait. Oh, did I? I don't know. They say you can't curse like 2 minutes before. I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to switch it up, but right now we gonna get up in these niggas motherfucking thought crimes ass real quick. So y'all probably wondering like, yo, like why in the fuck is this nigga exposing thought crimes? Like, you know, like they fake for the community and all that, right? Like fake for the community. And it's like you know, like what did they do that, you know, that really got you hot? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and listen, you know, I'm gonna be so real because, you know, I'm a man of honor, I'm a man of integrity, you know. Damn, where the fuck I just put that? I'm supposed to. I'm a man of honor. I'm a man of integrity. You know, and basically, oh shit, that's why. I'm a man of integrity. So, you know, I'm gonna make sure that I try to come at this situation respectfully. You feel me? Like, that's the type of nigga I am. But at the same notion too, I'm gonna be so real. You can't. Damn, I hate when I do that shit. Damn, I think I lost some motherfucking shit. Anyway, you can't motherfucking be out here, you know, saying one thing, doing the next, calling people grifters when in all actuality you grifting, right? So it's like, where did all this start? Where did all this begin, right? So let me take y'all back to the beginning of it all. Let me take y'all back to where this little how I ended up on this journey to see like who the fuck is behind these voices, right? So if you don't know, and let me be clear too, right? Let me do something real quick because you got people who play petty little games and shit, you know. So I want to make sure I say this fair use disclaimer before I use any you know, any little material or whatever the case may be, because you people like, you know, being like kind of weird sometimes. I'm so let's, okay, here we go. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, video discs, certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news, reporting, teaching, parody, which doesn't infringe on copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Okay? Now that we got that out the way, now we can get into the crucial footage. So, last week, right?
We might just get hit with Dorico.
Alright, there we go. Look, they just, come on, they got songs popping up and shit. So, last week, right, I was on I was on one of the Thought Crimes live chats and stuff. And listen, I've been a Thought Crimes fan and stuff, and you know, for quite some time. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I was on this one right here that you see on the screen. they were speaking about Kanye West and Kid Cudi. And even though sometimes they speak disparagingly about Kanye West, you know, I still rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I did rock with them. Let me correct that. Because, in all honesty, you know, I started to kind of see, like, yo, this coverage is weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit ain't it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is a little off. Like, it's a little, it's not only is it off-putting, but it's just a little off. Like, just the things that they say, you know, it's kind of like, you know, they say one thing, then they go left, and then they, you know what I'm saying? And they always going left with it. Like, you know, they never going right with it. They always going left with it. Always. Leaning heavy on the left, you know what I'm saying? And you know, a nigga like me, you know what I'm saying? 6 times 10, you know, I respect it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, left, that's it, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm all for the left, you feel me? That's how I piece niggas in my hood, you feel me? Like, so, you know, but it wasn't that type of left. It was like a neoliberal left, right? And then, like, one time, you know, I caught a stream, and I'm pretty sure it's around, and they kinda said some little funny shit, but I think Sin said that she was like Caribbean. You know, like, I think she slipped up and kinda said, like, yo, you know, like, I'm half Jamaican or whatever. And listen, man. Everybody know I'm a motherfucking anchor baby. You feel me? Like, I got an immigrant background. My mom's immigrant. You know, shout out to her. She just came back from DR on vacation. The whole nine. You feel me? Like, you know, made sure I got a family, millionaire, the whole nine out. The whole Bronx on my story. It is what it is. You feel me? You want to know it? Just ask anybody about the Dave Dollar story in the Bronx. You feel me? Or whatever the case may be. I don't hide that fact. You feel me? I stand on it. You know what I'm saying? I stand on it, and I still rep for FBA. You know, I'll take a back seat in the movement, right? You know, behind the scenes right now, I'm planning the infrastructure, the FBA economic infrastructure, right? You know, I kind of been voicing, you know, I kind of been bashing the FBA community in the last week, right? You know, a little bit upset with them, you know, when it comes down to actually organizing and stuff like that, right? Just to like a little fire up under their ass. Guess what? You know, today at 12 o'clock, they went to Power 106. And pulled up on the Hispanics, you know what I'm saying? They putting that pressure on the American Cholo. So, you know, I say all that to say, you know, there's a way that you could speak negatively about people and shit like that, right? But Thought Crimes, they were speaking negatively too much. It's like every time they speak about black people, it's some extra crazy negative, dusty lip, crackheads, rob, like, or some wild shit. And then, you know, I mean, of course, everybody come at white people and shit, you know, crackers, Anglo-Saxons, because, you know, Paul Mooney exposed the fact that, you know, white people are lovers of truth, and they kind of love to be abused in some way, shape, or form. You know, they love power, don't get it twisted. But, you know, they also have, like, these abuse fetishes. So they like when black people tell them about themselves and tell them how evil they are. That shit turn them on. You know what I'm saying? Like, no homo. That shit turn them on. You know, so of course they'll come at white people, but when they come at other races, it's like it's a little tap dancey. Even when they come at like Hispanics, when they come at Africans, when they come at you know, Nigerians or whatever, Caribbean people especially, like they tap dance a little bit. And it's like, you know, today's August 3rd, 2022. And I'm just like, This is just real awkward, like, and mind you, like, I'm telling you, this is years in the making, my nigga. Like, this is why, you know, I'm gonna take my time with this. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I wanted this to be a 30-minute video. It might be, hopefully, but it might be an hour. Who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? Because this one right here, this ain't even, like, you know, listen, I don't give a fuck about numbers. I don't give a fuck about views. I don't give a fuck about none of that. This is a motherfucking letter and a personal conversation with Solomon and Sin. You feel me? This is what this is right here. I don't give a fuck about all the other shit. Niggas gotta get on code. Niggas gotta get with the movement. Niggas gotta stop taking Tariq Nasheed's talking points and acting like that man don't exist. Niggas gotta stop throwing little shots under, you know what I'm saying? niggas gonna have to speak on FBA business on that motherfucking whatever they got going on over there. You feel me? And that's just how I'm feeling. And that's how we got here. You feel me? Now, last week on that podcast or whatever, on that live stream or whatever, like I said, I would have the camera, got a nice good haircut, wave spinning, you know what I'm saying? Teeth, looking like 15 bands, you know what I'm talking about? Another 3,000 in the air. But that listen, that don't even matter right there, you feel me? That's New York uptown shit right there, you feel me? Cause niggas like to talk all that dusty nigga shit, but niggas be really dusty niggas, you feel me? Niggas like to talk all this, niggas is Ray Rays and Pookies, but niggas be Ray Ray and Pookie, you feel me? You feel me? Like, you feel me? Show that face. That's why I fucks with shout out to Black Poe too, but that's why I fucks with, the original Big Facts podcast, Ayo Nation, Ayo Conseco. He be on that, show your face, nigga. These bloggers gotta show they face, my nigga. You gotta stand on that shit, man. You gotta stand on that shit, man. I done got shot at behind my motherfucking opinions, nigga. I done had to knuckle up behind my motherfucking opinions, nigga. But now, niggas, that's Dave. He stand on 10. He always honest. He gonna give it to you raw. That's what my name is. And I bring that same name to the internet. You feel me? Same shit. Same shit. When I'm recording, nigga, it's niggas in this building listening, nigga. People who literally, smoke a blunt by the door to get this knowledge, nigga. You niggas is hiding out, nigga, in Texas somewhere, nigga. Talking crazy about people. Not even really on code, man. But we gonna get into it. We gonna pull out receipts and all that. Like, I got a little mini presentation, I'm trying to get better at this little, live stream internet shit. I ain't no, what I'm saying? I ain't no master, but as long as I get my motherfucking point across, it is what it is. You feel me? Like, so, nigga like me, I really got a deep voice, right? And this shit is a curse. Like, this shit is a curse, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You call for a job interview, they hear your voice, nigga. They like, oh, nah, he on time. He on BT. He on BT. For real. Nah, you ain't getting no job. Call up, you know what I'm saying? Call up the motherfucking bank to check my account. Nah, we gotta verify you, sir. There's no way you can have 20, 30,000, you know what I'm saying? Nah, we need 4 or 5 forms of ID. Sit right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit I really gotta go through, my nigga. Standing on 10. Order 1,000 comics, nigga. 950 come fucked up. Cause it's an all black superhero with all that. And it ain't no real, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no real like black print presses and all that to get niggas right. And it wasn't even a net 30. I'm paying out of pocket up front. Like, come on, man. But I do it for my people. So when I see people like this that's really grifting, really XYZ in the third doing all this weird shit, and then you see it even more like, oh, y'all stealing swag. Y'all niggas is stealing from Tariq. And then y'all throwing shade at the same time. So let's get into it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to go past the 20-minute mark without really getting into what it is. So, boom. So the other day that he coming, they was coming at everybody was talking about Kid Cudi and Kanye. They said something, whatever, and I'm like, do Sin have something against ADOS FBA's reparations movement? Because it was a little joke made, and I should send a joke or whatever over, but I might just go to the video at the end of it. But it was a little joke made basically about Drake being FBA. No, Drake being able to get reparations or whatever the case may be. If y'all go to that video and you go to like the 11-minute mark, y'all be able to hear the comment. Right? So I'm like, yo, wow, like this is like, what's up with these niggas? So this is what really started this whole little investigation. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, this is what started it, you feel me? And I'm like, yo, who the fuck are these niggas? Like, now these are some of their opinions right here. You know, as I investigated, this is what I kind of uncovered.
Many of these people are afraid of white people. They're very weird. Black Americans don't do nothing to them. And we're not talking about some individual that probably robbed a corner store. We're talking about the collective. The collective of black people having lobbied against Mexican groups or Japanese people.
Wait, what?
Many of these people are just afraid of white people. They're very weird. Black Americans don't do nothing to them. And we're not talking about some individual that probably robbed a corner store. We're talking about the collective. The collective of black people having lobbied against Mexican groups or Japanese people or any group of people in the United States. Meanwhile, the group that has targeted the most, which is Anglo.
Now, right? That's from like 3 days ago. Feel me? The fuck happened to my? My foot, my fucking monitor's all fucking up on me. Yeah. So that's from 3 days ago. What the fuck, man? That shit keep fucking feedback keep going out on my black ass. Man, let me find out they got Baltimore doing little black magic on my shit. They be over there talking about meet me on Patreon for black magic and all types of just weird shit. But anyway. So, you know, that was kind of that. So I'm like, you know, what I wonder what's their opinion on Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Like they got this type of opinion on black people. So how they feel about Hispanics?
Apologize. And this is what we're going to get into definitely concerning the cultural double standards. We're going to put some conclusive evidence out there just briefly. We're going to go ahead and let Sin host the microphone right now, and we'll gather that information up for you.
So, this is your girl Sin, for anybody who don't know that, anybody new to the show. Also, shout out to our day ones that's in the building. And this is what I'm going to say. I try to respect all cultures because I would like to be given that same respect. But what I do not like or appreciate is double standards. You have Japanese gangbangers out there in California using cholo. I do not see this guy, American Cholo, bringing that up. You had Japanese Americans who had got reparations. I do not see this guy or the history of Mexican Americans getting in the way.
And now another thing, right? You know, they've been talking heavy on reparations now because that's like the conversation in the black lexicon. But you can't speak about reparations without speaking on ADOS or FBA. So what are you really doing? You get what I'm trying to say? If you're not pumping the movement, then what are you really doing? If you're not on code, then what are you really doing? But I'm going to tell you what they really doing. You see, when we get to like 30-minute mark, whatever, I'm going to tell y'all what they really doing. Because like I said, I was a fan for 2 years. And I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? And listen, niggas could call, niggas say, yo, niggas go from YouTuber to YouTuber, all that dumb shit. But let's be real. You know, when I really was able to kind of come into like Tariq Nasheed's videos and stuff like that, like that's when like I ain't gonna lie, and I've been on my pro black 5%. That's all regular, you know what I mean? A lot of us been on that. But I found the ideology that we could take to the touchdown, that we could pass on for generations. I found something that actually could work to benefit the black community and benefit all other communities as well. But first and foremost, it benefits the black community. So I look at people's side eye when they don't mention Tariq Nasheed. I look at people's side eye when they try to despise my brother by not mentioning my brother. You feel me? Because it's like our people need to know this knowledge, and then people they throw these little weird dog whistles out, which makes me start to think that they democratic shills to some degree. But I'm gonna prove my case, and the reason why I'm cutting in and out between they background and stuff, I don't really. You listen, these people be weird, bro. These people be weird. They don't want that truth out there. So, you know, they gonna try to find a way to flag, strike, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even I don't give a fuck about this shit. Like, nigga really lit in real life. Nigga really Gucci in real life. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They cut this shit up to tomorrow, nigga. I'm still gonna be free. You feel me? Like, but at the same notion, it's for my people. Like, it's for my people. Like, I'm tired of my people being misled. Like, because listen,
the better y'all do, the better I do. And I said it on all my interviews. On all my interviews when it comes to this comic book stuff, I say, listen, my goal is to make the black community better. To give the black community more disposable income. Because the more money they make is the more money I make. Because the more money they have to spend, the more that they could spend a little tiny tip with me. You understand? And even for other races and nationalities, right? When I speak about the Hispanic Hicks or whatever, right? That they call them, that's what they call them in indictment, like the Spanish people that don't really mess with black people, whatever, right? They have their own name for them. Like that's their version of KEWN in the Hispanic community, right? And when I speak about like the Hicks and stuff like that, I speak about them like that because there's Hispanics in my set. That's the black sheep of their family. That's speaking to me like this, and I gotta go on the internet and say, yo, and I'ma take the bullets, I'ma take the arrows, but this is what the little homie telling me. And deep down inside, the Hispanic parents, they know I'm telling the truth, so they be like, yo, you know what, man? Moreno crazy or whatever, but you know, you're honest. It is what it is. You gotta be real. Because that's the only thing that's gonna save this country. That's the only thing that can save people and shit like that. But what happens is niggas start off real, and then they see you can make way more money being fake. And you can get way more lit being fake. And you could get this quote unquote social status online by being fake. And then people become their avatar. And this is what happened. Solomon and Sincere is too deep in the matrix. And it's time for them to get a wake up call.
Of policy for what Japanese Americans feel is best for their community. I cannot remember a large percentage of black Americans who's ever in a collective
They was
way
never talking about
or
reparations.
in a political way ever tried to stop the Mexican community for getting anything that they feel is right for their community. But yet and still, we have so many people having black people's name in their mouth. And I'm starting to think this is just a hit piece because Mexican media doesn't have anywhere else to go. And let me explain. This is nothing to talk about all Mexican Americans. There's some very beautiful Mexican Americans out there that really believe in black and brown unity. But we're not talking about them, nor are we talking about the younger Mexican Americans who understand that black people have been their biggest allies in this country and weren't the group that was getting in their way policy-wise. It was white Americans, but unfortunately, there are older Mexican Americans who are afraid of white people, so they just target, black Americans. But anyway, just to get...
Now, you see how she prefaced it all with that for Hispanic people? Now, watch how she prefaced it for black people.
Many of these people are just afraid of white people. They're very weird. Black Americans don't do nothing to them, and we're not talking about some individual that probably robbed a corner store. We're talking about the collective. The collective of black people haven't lobbied against Mexican groups or Japanese people or any group of people in the United States.
So they both scared of white people, but the difference is the Mexicans, they kids is nice and they love us so much and they don't commit no acts of racism. And oh my God, they're not in no type of clubhouse room sucking crazy. Oh my God, they're so nice. But the black people, they gonna rob your store now.
So many people having black people's name in their mouth, and I'm starting to think this is just a hit piece because Mexican media doesn't have anywhere else to go. And let me explain. This is nothing to talk about all Mexican Americans. There's some very beautiful Mexican Americans out there that really believe in black and brown unity. But we're not talking about them, nor are we talking about the younger Mexican Americans who understand that black people have been
pandering to their young demographic
and weren't the group that was getting in their way policy-wise. It was white Americans, but unfortunately, there are older Mexican Americans who are afraid of white people, so they just target, black Americans. But anyway, just to get to the point.
Now, that's playing to the data. That's studying your algorithm and knowing, we got young Hispanics that watch this show. Older Hispanics do not watch this show. Let's demonize older Hispanics, right? put the cape on for the young Hispanics so that they can stay on this channel, because you know what I'm saying, like I'm gonna go into the numbers and all that, how they peaked and how they basically on the decline, and how they basically trying to, you know, figure out a new way around and adding people to the show and all types of other stuff, because a lot of people probably caught on to this bullshit. You know, like, you know, one thing with black people, we're not gonna really, and that, you know, and listen, it's not like, and this is why some people look at me like weird and shit like that, because one thing about black people, and this is just real, niggas don't even say shit. Niggas will cut you off and just move on. Like, niggas will cut you off, boom, keep it pushing. You won't even know why. And that's how real black niggas do it, you feel me? Niggas ain't gonna have to sit there and argue with you, tell you what you did wrong. Nigga, be out of here. I ain't even got time. Be on to the next. It is what it is. I ain't showing no emotion, showing no feelings towards it is what it is. Niggas just move on. But me, you know, my little weird geek ass, I'm gonna put it out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna put it out there. Like, even, you know, even if sometimes it's to my detriment, and my opinion goes against, you know, the status quo, right? With Black Sins, I was the first person to say, yo, Black Sins, that nigga's a hater, he's a scammer, this and third. Oh my God, you're so divisive in the community, in comics, oh my God. People done kick me out of comic book groups, all that because of that. Guess what? One blurred group roll with me, you end up seeing what happened when Eric D. July came out and did 3.3 million. Black Sin started, you know, hating or whatever. He couldn't control it no more. He started hating, boom, bang, bing. Next thing you know, the whole blurred space community kinda looking at him funny now. They like, yo, damn, you was right. You was ahead of it. We sorry, my fault. Same thing with Thought Crimes. You know, and it's not because it's MF KEWN and the Tether. You know, that's just like the joke about it or whatever the case may be. You feel me? Like, it's because this is very, 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 very detrimental to black progress. And this is why we on this hamster wheel. Because we have people like this. We have black platforms like this. We have, you know, these fake black belittlement media platforms like this. BBMs. Black belittlement media. What's black belittlement media? That's media that literally, all they do all day is just belittle you with data points, negative fucking history, negative this, negative that. You know, up until Tariq Nasheed, nobody even wanted to honor Harriet Tubman. Niggas damn near tried to delete out the history. You fucking with this nigga Dan Calloway. Niggas was even trying to honor Nate Turner and Nat Turner and all that. People were so ashamed of our slave hero that really fought on American soil for our freedom here. Not no Egyptians and none of that shit. Tariq Nasheed said, nah, man, we gotta stand on 10. We gotta really, you know what I'm saying? Foundational black Americans. We gotta really, yeah, that's right. Anybody who don't champion that right there, nigga, you opposition off rip. Period. That's why the Nation of Islam got behind it. That's why Rizza Islam got behind it. That's why Farrakhan got behind it. Because he could see like, oh, nah, that's a real one right there. And he really got a plan. He know how to finesse the system. He know how to, yeah, we got to, you know what I'm saying? And that's why they give that invisible cloak of power, right? That's why they give that authorization to people like Tariq Nasheed so they can roam around this world freely, without fear, because they know the fruits of Islam is here. You feel me? But let her finish whatever she was saying, and I'm going to go into some more evidence.
When you see the civil rights movement, or saw the civil rights movement, or even when you had the Black Panther movement after that, the Black Panther movement was so open that you even had Mexicans and Japanese and other groups start their own form of that movement.
The Brown Panthers.
The Brown Panthers, the Yellow Panthers. So, you know, they had their whole movement that black people was assisting in them getting their rights. So you had the old school preacher black people fighting for all American rights, all minorities' rights, even though of course they were fighting for black Americans in the civil rights movement. You had the NOI, even though they never casted anything negative about the Mexican community, they kept their focus on the people who oppress them. I don't understand these other minority groups that keep focusing on black people when we have not been the group that has colonized you. We have not been the group that has blocked you from any opportunities.
No, we're not the group that has even converted you and your people historically.
Right.
So
you know.
I mean, if we're gonna keep it 100% gangster about it, we have to be all the way real when it comes to it. And what we're gonna have, and I'm gonna let Sin continue to push forward, but there's a point that she's making there. I want to keep at the central focus of the stream, because y'all know thought crimes. We a different type of media, right? So we definitely understand and we know the history when it comes to this. And this is
They a different kind of media. Remember you said that. They a different kind of media. So y'all so much of a different kind of media, right? So much of a different kind of media. Different kind of media.
The Elon Musk, all
A different kind of media. Different kind of media. Different kind of media. You know what kind of media this is? This is neoliberal media. That's what this is. This is neoliberal media. This is left-leaning, right? Motherfucking dog whistling media. That's all this is. Democratic shill media.
I want to ask, what made them do this? They must be taken off the street. That's number one.
I'm so glad you showed that. I'm so glad you showed that clip, because we're not a right-wing channel for people who don't understand. Again, I'm for people to be liberated. So in the context of that, I would coin myself as a person who's for that, and that would be liberal, for liberation. At the same time, though, I'm not going to bullshit and
You're a liberal. What she said? She's a liberal for wait, what?
So I want to ask, what made them do this? They must be taken off the street. That's number one.
I'm so glad you showed that. I'm so glad you showed that clip, because we're not a right-wing channel for people who don't understand. Again, I'm for people to be liberated. So in the context of that, I will coin myself as a person who's for that, and that will be liberal, for liberation. At the same time, though, I'm not going to bullshit and
She's a liberal for liberation?
as a person, people to be liberated. So in the context of that, I will coin myself as a person who's for that, and that will be liberal, for liberation. At the same
Now, right, we could use that as some type of like context to understand what is the real plan, right? You see, you gotta kind of find the bits and pieces in these like podcasts and stuff, right? It's so much content, so much material, you know. I ain't got time to be listening to all that all day. You feel me? I just go off of, you know, the ones, the streams I remember and stuff like that, and that is what it is. Get some evidence and be airing it. You know, it is what it is. Let them respond, and then, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll take my time and really sit down and analyze the situation. You feel me? Because nobody probably don't even care. You feel me? Niggas probably know this. I bet knew they was on some fake shit, but you know they still informative, and it is what it is. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, as long as y'all know them for what it really is. But, you know, all of this fake, nonpartisan, I'm not choosing the side, you know, this is unbiased opinions, and this the think tank, and we're just, like, first of all, you're not a think tank. That's number one. There's two people there. more of a hive mind. Maybe if y'all, y'all may be taking opinions from the comments. I may be taking opinions from people's Twitters and stuff like that. And y'all think by selling other people's opinions and casting them off as y'all own because that's the most popular opinion that got the most popular tweet and stuff like that. Y'all think that's a think tank. That is not a fucking think tank. It's not. It's not. And by passing yourself off as one, right? By lying to the people, y'all are misguiding the people. And this is why so much of our black people are stuck on the Democratic train. This is why so much of our people can't get from under Biden's, nutsack. Because they got people like you who talk negatively about them, but then do this little ADOS play and say, 2 months away from election, 3 months away from election, down ballot Democrat. Come to the convention, down ballot Democrat, everything Democrat. That's how we gonna revolt against the system. Down ballot Democrat. Like, huh? Oh, I'm not right or left, but I'm liberal for liberation.
The Elon Musk, all these people, the grifters, like Candace Owen, all of these people have to be called out.
Yeah, and I'm not so much in the favor of saying, whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat.
Well, we're not neither one of those.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm a LeBron James fan. That's number one. I'm not so much in the favor of saying, whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat.
Well, we're not neither one of those.
Favor of saying, whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat.
Well, we're not neither one.
Yeah, and I'm not so much in the favor of saying, whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat.
Well, we're not neither one of those.
Yeah, first and foremost.
Well, I'm letting y'all know. I'm a registered Republican. I'm a black Republican. Let y'all niggas know what the fuck it is, nigga. And sometimes I vote Democrat. I'm a black Republican and sometimes I vote Democrat, nigga. That's how I feel, nigga. Period, nigga. Stand on 10 with your shit, nigga. If you gonna do this media shit and all that, man, stand on 10 with it, man. Have some conviction with it, man. Really mean what you say. Say it with your chest, man. Don't give me what the most popular person on Twitter saying, nigga. Give me your opinion, nigga. But you can't give me your opinion because you ain't even give me your real motherfucking voice, nigga. Niggas is grifters like Candace Owens.
The Elon Musk, all these people, the grifters like Candace Owen, all of these people have to be called out.
You right. You are fucking right. You are motherfucking right. You know what's funny? One day I heard Tariq Nasheed say this.
That's all it is, bro.
With all the that weird screaming and all of the fake.
How do you know about me, brother? When did we cross paths?
Sir, the fake screaming and the yelling and the
I've
most
never seen you in my rooms, Tariq Nasheed. How would you know this?
But all that.
That's all it is, bro.
Sir, with all the that weird screaming and all of the fake.
How do you know about me, brother? When did we cross paths?
Sir, the fake screaming and the yelling and the
I've
most.
never seen you in my rooms, Tariq Nasheed. How would you know this? Do you want to tell Twitter about what you be doing on?
Slow down. But all that.
That's all it is, bro.
Sir, with all the that weird screaming and all of the fake.
How do you know about me, brother? When did we cross paths?
Sir, the fake screaming and the yelling and the
I've
most.
never seen you in my rooms, Tariq Nasheed. How would you know this? Do you want to tell Twitter about what you be doing on?
Slow down, ma'am.
Why would you try to play me like that on your stage right now, brother?
Right? And Tariq spoke about people having fake voices. And I was like, yo, that's mad funny, because I remember this. Oh, yeah, I didn't know I had that evidence, right? You didn't know. That right there is Prince Solomon. Or now it's King Solomon. This nigga's crazy. Oh, man. Who the fuck? Like, what? Okay, nigga. Alright. King of what? Anyway. Man, fucking king your own fucking household. Shouldn't be wilding on your shit. Anyway, this is Solomon from Thought Crimes. Now, let's listen to his voice on air, and then we're gonna listen to his voice off air.
Yeah, and I'm not so much in the favor of saying, whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat.
Well, we're not neither one of those.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm a LeBron James fan. That's number one.
Right? That's his on air voice, right?
Don't say your real name. How do you feel about moving today?
I'm excited for us to do moving.
You know this going on Instagram, so don't say my real name and don't say your real name. Why not? Fine. This is still going on Instagram, but fine as in
Fine is you lying to me?
fine that
You're lying to me only for the people?
what do you mean? You just look really cute. I like your beard. I like your beard.
He's trying not to talk because that's not his real voice. Like, you feel me? Like, and he's trying, but like, yo, I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fucking up the shit. Like, you fucking up the gimmick. And females, females is so much of like agents of chaos and all. Like, they're so witchcrafty and it's just like, and she's like Caribbean and all that. So, like, I know what it is. You feel me? But it's just like, wow. Not Solomon who split the baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, not Solomon who split the baby getting fooled like this. Come on, daddy.
I'm excited for us to do moving.
You know this going on Instagram, so don't say my real name and don't say your real name. Why not? Fine. This is still going on Instagram, but fine as in
Fine is you lying to me?
fine that
You're lying to me only for the people?
what do you mean? You just look really cute. I like your beard.
He's trying to tell her not to put this on Instagram because it's going to fuck up everything. In which it came back around and fucked up everything.
How do you feel about moving today?
I'm excited for us to do moving.
You know this going on Instagram.
See,
so
Sin
say
don't
my
care
real
because that's her
name,
real
don't say
voice.
your real name. Why not? Fine. This is still going on Instagram, but fine as in
Fine is you lying to me?
fine that
You're lying to me only for the people?
what do you mean? You just look really cute. I like your beard. I like your beard.
You need help?
Don't say your real name.
So, that's that, right? And I tell you, man, this shit is just crazy, man.
Yeah. Why would you try to play me like that on your stage right now, brother?
Yeah, with all of the whole fake villain voice and all of that stuff.
Nigga, no, don't get mad because I have the voice I have and you have the voice you have. All right?
Well, yeah, you're clearly some type of, agent or ops. So,
These niggas is
Why
agents and
would
ops,
you try to
man.
play me like that on your stage right now, brother?
yeah, with all of the whole fake villain voice and all of that stuff.
Nigga, no, don't get mad because I have the voice I have and you have the voice you have. All right?
Well, yeah, you're clearly some type of, agent. Yeah,
Why would you try to play me like that on your stage right now, brother?
yeah, with all of the whole fake villain voice and all of that stuff.
Nigga, no, don't get mad because I have the voice I have and you have the voice you have. All right?
Well, yeah, you're clearly some type of, agent or ops, sir. Clearly.
No, brother, I'm a.
All right. Listen.
Like, that's who these niggas is, man. These niggas is agents and ops. That's all these niggas is, man. Agents and ops. That's all they are. Agents and ops. Agents and ops. You know what I'm saying? And you know what makes this even worse is that they talk so much fucking shit.
Content to be emotionally harmful. Snowflakes should not be.
Like, look at this shit. Look at this fucking fake ass voice.
Content to be emotionally harmful. Snowflakes should not view this content under any circumstances, even if supervised by a GI.
Nigga, no, don't get mad because I have the voice I have and you have the voice you have.
The views and opinions expressed, including the depictions of persons of
Yeah,
color,
with all of the
corrupt
whole fake
politicians,
villain
white
voice
people,
and all of that
white
stuff.
people
Nigga, no,
with
don't get mad.
haters who have yet to brush their teeth, typing angrily in the comment section with hot breath syndrome, do not reflect any official policy or position of the U.S. government. This program contains graphic language, dark comedy, unique intelligence, creativity, a high credit score, and high blood pressure.
These niggas think because they draw like 3 pictures every fucking 5 years, they got super creativity.
Misogyny,
It's
misogyny,
crazy.
feminism, MGTOWism, defacement of celebrities, and of course, being a bully. Welcome to Thought Crimes.
Welcome to Thought Thieves, nigga. Fucking bunch of comment stealing ass nigga. Niggas is comment surfers, nigga. Fuck out here. I'm tired of you comment surfing ass fucking bloggers, man. Oh my god, son. Like, I'm tired of you fucking comment surfers. Y'all get on the internet and y'all tell niggas the comment section, bro. Y'all make a whole video essay based on the comment section. Y'all not doing no real journalism. You're not really going out and looking into no real stories. Y'all not, you know what I'm saying, on the beach. Y'all not, you know what I'm saying, nowhere really pulling up to scenes and seeing shit for yourself. You're going off the top comment. You're a fucking comment surfer. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? Fucking comment surfing, ankle biting motherfuckers. You know, but like you really can't you really can't like put nothing past these people, man. You really can't, yo. Now, you know, a lot of this stuff is fluff. A lot of this stuff is made up. You know, without the computers, without the graphics, without the this, that, and the third, you know, this be niggas' real art style. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a lot of fluff. It's a lot of fluff. A lot of fluff. So I went to go check the Facebook. Like, yo, you know, let me see what's cracking with the Facebook, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let me see what niggas' numbers look like on Facebook. Let me see if niggas, you know, could get right and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, wow, you know, these numbers is not adding up. Like 1.5K following, you know, maybe sometimes it don't transfer over. You know, sometimes shit don't really, you know, cross over. So I'm like, let me look at like the views. You know, let me see how much views niggas are getting on Facebook. You know? And I started looking at this. I'm like, yo, what the? So now, you know, if Thought Crimes ever think about saying, yo, you a struggle streamer. Cause they like to come at niggas like that, like you a struggle streamer. Who's really like, you know? Like what's really going on out here? What's really going on out here, fam? Without being a Democratic shill, without, you know, without being a neoliberal, without being black belittlement media, YouTube ain't gonna put you in the algorithm. And without the algorithm, nobody knows y'all. But instead of being real ones and giving people like Tariq Nasheed they credit, people like Ados, you know, they credit, you know what I mean, really speak proudly of FBA and all that, y'all do little sucker shit. Y'all throw stones, hide your hand, try not to mention niggas and shit like that, you know, hope that, you know, y'all could build what they got, you know, hopefully one day, you know, the Associated Press reach out to y'all and y'all could really, you know, sell y'all soul and all that. That's what most of you blogger niggas really want to do. Y'all talk all this shit about people selling their soul. Y'all really want that chance to sell y'all soul. Y'all, it's like y'all be begging the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know everything about what you guys do, so you might as well put me down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be weird, bro. But like I said, the reason why I fuck with Ayo Consequo, because he say show your face, man. And that's what we about over here, man. Show your face, man. Show your face, man. You know? Like, show your face, man. That's all. That's all. Let the people know who's the voices. Who's the faces behind the voices? Like, that's all. Why can't the people know? And I ain't gonna speak on nobody's facial features or nothing like that, but you know, she clearly do look Caribbean or African or something like that. She don't really look FBA. He don't even really look FBA like that neither, to be honest. But you know, niggas got hide behind that motherfucking EQ button. Niggas hide behind that little board, that little laboratory they cooking up over there. You know, projecting, talking about people who fucking got hot breath syndrome when they the main people that motherfucking go live without brushing their teeth and all that nasty shit. You know? This is the people right here, man. Sincere ignorance. And Solomon. From Prince Solomon to King Solomon to all this weird shit. These are the people that's behind thought crimes.
Fake villain voice and all of that stuff.
Nigga, no, don't get mad because I have the
All of that stuff. Voice and all of that stuff. Fake villain voice. The whole fake villain voice and all of that stuff.
nigga.
The whole fake villain voice and all of that stuff. The whole fake villain voice and all of that stuff.
Nigga.
The whole fake villain voice and all of that. The whole fake villain voice and all of that stuff.
Nigga, no, don't get mad because
Like,
I have the voice I have.
they
and
peaked,
you
man.
have the voice you have. Alright?
Well, yeah, you're clearly some type of, you know, agent or ops. So clearly,
No, brother, I'm a black man who's about that life, bro. That's it.
I'm a black man about that life. Let these niggas tell it, man. Everybody about that life, man. But, you know. You know, these niggas is light work, man. As long as video get 50 motherfucking views, I still beat you niggas. I still beat y'all thug around motherfuckers. You know, smoke you niggas like a blunt. Y'all already know how this shit go. 40 to the bros, OY to the G's, peace and reparations. You niggas can never see flee. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay in a kid's place, man. You know, work on your little relationship, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need no EQ on this, you heard? Like, real nigga shit, my nigga. I don't need no EQ on this right here. Like, this that voice right here that make bitches, you know what I mean? Pussy moist, you heard? Pause. Well, I'm talking to sincere right now. You know what I'm saying? A man's supposed to take care of his woman. You got your chick on the track, nigga. How you exploiting your girl voice and all that, man? You exploiting your girl lifestyle. You got your, you know what I'm saying? How you turn your girl into an employee? Come on, she's supposed to be wifey. You know. B more supposed to be the employee. That's supposed to be the side. You know what I mean? The co-host and all that. Sin's supposed to be running the books, running the show, doing, you know what I mean? Take care of the paperwork, doing the accounting, the boss in the back type shit, you heard? That's how a real nigga would have bossed you up. But, you know, Solomon ain't no real nigga, man. And that's not to say he not a man. But he not a real one. You not no real nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's why he get up on this shit and start bashing black people. Pandering to other races. You know, bash white people to show like he's all intelligent or whatever the case may be. But if he was really intelligent, man, you wouldn't be exploiting your girl. You would just be providing for her, homie. Niggas won't listen to you without her on that microphone. You know that. You know that. That's why you be comment surfing, man. But, you know, maybe I could ignore this or whatever. You know, let this thing go away. You know the truth eating at the back of y'all minds and all that. And, you know, and if y'all do kind of respond to some, you know what I'm saying, you know, whatever, then I might give y'all some smoke when I'm sober. And really get y'all the business. But anyway, man, y'all already fucking know, man. I'm about it, this motherfucker, man. I already dedicated enough time. That's an hour. It's way too long. You know what I'm saying? See safe. Everybody tap in, man. I'm in Flint, Michigan, August 6th and 7th at Really Cool Comic Con, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Come tap in, get a comic book, you know what I'm saying? You know, reorder just landed and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we packing everything up, you know, we gonna have a blast, man. You know what I'm saying? Thought Crimes, you know, come out there, come shoot some content and all that. You heard? You know, we can have a little discussion. Y'all say y'all like comics, y'all fake nerds and all that, right? You know, come on, tap in. If y'all got